He said that was easy. Let's try it again.
Yeah, we'll go for it too. Now Comro comes in and really surges at Caleb Cox, but Caleb staying nice and low. He's got one hand down on the mat. He's in that offensive lineman stance. Takes another shot. He shoots that single to that same right leg of Comro. Comro wrestles with the staggered stance. He's got his right leg forward, and that's the leg that Cox is shooting for. Likes to shoot that single there. Cox has got his left knee down and his right foot up, and he drives off his right foot when he takes that shot. Now they're right in the middle of the mat, just circling each other. Gamboa and Dickinson are wrestling on mat number 5.
They're checking in at the table, not underway yet. Christopher Gamboa of Burlington, 35-8 junior, taking on Dickinson of Sedgwick County Fleming. Colton Dickinson, a junior, 32-8.
So Cox chooses down. There's the whistle. Loaded on the left side. Cox gets right to his feet. Now he's working to try to peel it off. Comro's not returning him to the mat. I'm surprised he hasn't been called for a stall yet. And there he goes. Does a little back heel trip. Returns Cox to the mat. Cox is trying to get up. Comro's got a lot of pressure. He's trying to dig that wrist out, trying to get a hammer lock. Cox tripods up and pressures back into him and peels his hands, and he escapes for 1. So now he's up 3-1. If he can get a takedown here, I hate to say it, I'm not a, I kind of do that, but I would say that would ice the match if he could get one more takedown. If you're up 5-1, you should never lose at the state tournament. You got to know the clock, and too good of a wrestler to lose when you're up like that. But 3-1's not a big enough margin. Comro tries to throw Cox, but they all go out of bounds. Cox landed on top. They both landed almost on the table. Back to the middle. Comro's got a low stance just like Cox does. He puts his right hand down, and he's in a square stance. Cox has got his left knee on the mat, and he's got his hand down. Comro's trying to get him to move. Cox isn't moving. He's just sitting there. He's not making a lot of action happen. Now he circles. I think the official's talking to both of them, tell them to get going. They both go down into their offensive lineman stance, and both of them paw at each other's head. Cox takes another shot. He's got Comro's right leg again. He's got that single again. He's going to have to be careful. Comro rolls through. He rolls through because that's one of the single counters there is, but Cox is so crafty, and he knows where he's at. He gets his hips turned and gets the takedown. Off that single leg, guys will drop down and grab the back of your knee and take you over backwards with that whizzer, and that's what he was trying to do to Cox right there. Cox didn't give it to him, but after he gets the takedown right away, he gives him escape. So now it's 5-2 with 21 seconds left in the second period.
Got Gamboa and Dickinson finally underway over there on mat number 5.
So Cox and Conroe are both down in their offensive lineman stances again. I guess since they're trying to tackle each other, it's more of a defensive lineman stance. The period runs out. Now he asks the Eagle Valley wrestler, Comroe, what he wants to do, and Comroe chooses down. If I was him, I would too, because Cox keeps letting him go. Caleb really do himself a favor to ride him out. He chops the arm, breaks him down to his belly. Comroe's laying there. Cox is parallel. He's squeezing his knees together, not letting Comroe get up to his base. The referee's going to come up and talk to him. Cox goes for a roll-through tilt. He's got that wrist tied with his right hand. He goes for the tilt. He goes again. He's got Comroe on his back, but Comroe surges back over the top, and Cox couldn't hold him there long enough to get the 2. Now Cox is going to go for the tilt again. Comroe is able to spread his legs really wide apart, get his toes on the mat, and base out. It's just too much leverage. It's like trying to roll a 4x8 sheet of plywood over when you're only holding on to one corner. So Cox has got him belly down again. He's given up on that tilt because Comroe knows how to defend that. Imagine being from the mountains. They've probably seen a lot of tilts from all those Alamosa people over the years, so they're pretty good at defending that. That happens from region to region, depending on what the strengths are of the teams they usually wrestle. Sometimes they're better at defending some things than others. Sometimes that could cause matchup problems. Cox lets him back up to his knees. Now he's got a 2-on-1 on Comroe's left arm, and he breaks him back down to the mat. Cox slips out to the side. Looks like he's going to go for that tilt again, and there he goes. But right away, Comroe bellies down and spreads his legs apart, and that's that leverage piece again. Cox isn't able to roll him, but he doesn't care. There's 34 seconds left, and Cox is up 5-2. He's dominated on his feet. Now he's got that that wrist still. He's going for a power half. He's got a half with his right hand. He jumps out to the side. Comro comes to his feet. Cox is trying to hold on to him. He's pressuring him towards the edge of the mat. Cox breaks him back down. Now he drops to his right ankle. He's picking it up. The referee's not going to be able to call him for stalling there because Cox keeps picking it up. Comro tries to jump ahead. Cox drops down to a double leg as Comro tries to mule kick out of it. Now Cox, he leapfrogs up to his back, cuts Comro. There's 5 seconds left. Comro just reaches down, takes his anklet off, and tells Cox congratulations. So Cox is going to go for third place.
Colton Dickinson and Christopher Gamboa still over on mat number 5. No